What we wanted to do was not only break them up physically, but what happens when you pull the center out of a group of people? What happens? Well, when the center does not hold, the periphery falls apart, and that's what we decided to do at the end of last season. To start this season, we asked the question, what would bring these people back together again from all the ends of the earth? And we realized it would be one of them in need. They would all come running like a good family. With Brennan, you always have to ask a question on two levels. And that is, what does she think in her heart? And what does she thinks with her brain? And I've always seen Brennan as someone who, the minute she feels something, she covers it up with rationalization. So my answer to that would be, her heart knows. Deep down, she knows it was a bad decision. 7 months of time has passed, and the world has turned and has changed. And most importantly, for Booth, he was told, he's a man, he's a reasonable, grown-up human man, and he was told, this is not going to happen. You have to move on. And he is doing his best to do that, to move on. So yes, there is an impediment. He's moved on. He is trying very hard to move on so that he can have a full and happy life. Hannah is suited to Booth. She's the perfect match for him. Brennan is the last thing before being a perfect match. She is not a perfect match, but we all know, I think, that those two belong together. So what happens when the perfect match gets in between two people who don't belong together, except that they belong together? The fun thing about what we're calling the Jersey Shore episode is that Brennan gets to show that as an anthropologist, she has an understanding of tribes, of the social mores and activities and ethics and coping mechanisms of a tribe. And that tribe happens to be Guidos. And we get a lot of fun out of that. And she speaks the language, she understands, she believes that she has watched a very good long-running documentary on the Guidos, and we suspect that maybe it wasn't on PBS. Maybe she got her channels mixed up. So it's a lot of fun for us. Through the agency of the Gravedigger, we are introducing another season or more nemesis to our group. We always thought of the Gravedigger as, what if Brennan were a kidnapper? How would she do it? And that was fun for us. So the next question is, what if Booth had an alter ego who was a serial killer? What would that be like? And that is that killer, who we haven't nicknamed yet, we really should, Evil Booth, will take out, well, one of our well-known characters. For us to put Angela and Hodgins together as a solid couple, people who belong together, realize it, and act upon it, and then have to face the world as a married couple, as a strong married couple, that gives us a whole bunch of stories that you don't get from doing the couple that can't get it together to be together. So it's a little bit of a safety valve, a pressure valve for the Booth and Brennan, the heatedness of the Booth and Brennan relationship, and it's a little bit of let's tell stories about what a couple goes through when they work together and they're in love, but they have just the regular obstacles that every couple faces.